So it's a massive game at Elland Road on Saturday. The early kick-off, 12:30 p.m. Newcastle take on Leeds in a massive, massive game. Here are 5 things Newcastle simply must do if they want to get a good result at Elland Road. Okay, first up, it's always an obvious one, but it's a massive game for Leeds as well as us. They are in the relegation zone. They will need to win, and the atmosphere is going to be tricky when we get there. Leeds United fans will be vocal, they will be going for it, they will be trying to help their team as much as they can, and Newcastle have to ride that wave, we have to overcome it, and we have to make sure that we don't let the atmosphere get to us. The second thing I feel like we really need to do against Leeds on Saturday is score the first goal. Nothing demoralises a team who are in the relegation zone more than going a goal down. We have to get into their heads. We have to make sure that we put the pressure on them. They have to win the game. We don't necessarily have to win the game. I hope we do, but we don't have to win the game. Leeds have to win. So if we can get a goal up, they know they then need to score 2 goals against Newcastle, which is not an easy thing to do. We simply don't want to be in a situation where we're letting Leeds take the lead, because then that will give them hope, and it will give them something to cling on to, and we could end up in a tricky situation where we're trying to break down a very compact Leeds team with 11 men behind the ball. The third thing that we really need to do, in my opinion, is keep it tight until half time. If we're level at half time, I'm going to be happy in this game. The reason is we are fitter than Leeds. Our fitness will carry us through this game, and if we can just keep it tight and keep it easy in the first half, in the second half, I think our ability and fitness will do the rest for us, basically. You just got to look at the games against Everton, Southampton, West Ham, where basically we just overrun teams in the second half because of our superior fitness, mixed with superior players. The fourth thing that we really need to do then is win the midfield battle. Now, against Arsenal, obviously a very top team, we struggled to win the midfield battle, but it's not just that game. We are missing Longstaff. Now, I know we've got good players in there as well, but without Longstaff, who's doing a lot of the dirty work, we have missed that in recent years. We don't have a true defensive midfielder. However, I do expect the players that we do play are enough to be better than Leeds. So, I would expect to see Bruno, Joe Linton and Willock in that central 3 for this particular game. I think that midfield trio would be enough to see us past Leeds United, and I think Eddie Howe needs to kind of get that right. And that leads me on to point number 5, really, which is we need to just start one of Isak or Wilson. Don't start them both in this game. I want to see that central midfield 3 of those 3 players I've just said, but I think I would personally start Wilson at the start of this match and bring Isak on from the bench as an option in the second half when Leeds are starting to tire, because he will give them much more to think about when he's fresh off the bench than Wilson would, although Wilson would obviously be a good option off the bench too. Personally, I think I would like to see Gordon on the left, Murphy on the right, possibly even Saint-Maximin as a long shot on the left. He came on against Arsenal and looked okay, actually, in my opinion. I would like to see that, and I would just play Wilson or Isak and give ourselves the options off the bench. We know why he went with both of them against Arsenal. It was because Longstaff was out, and I think he just thought, well, this is the game to try it. It didn't work. We couldn't get Isak into the game the first half. But against Leeds, I don't think we'll necessarily need to try and start with both of those players. I think we've got enough in us to give them problems without playing both of them, but then have that option to come off the bench later on. Okay, I know this was 5 things that Newcastle should do, but I've got a bonus thing for you. And my bonus one is, can we please keep a clean sheet? This is just something that we haven't been doing recently, and we need to start doing it again. We need to start keeping clean sheets. We haven't kept a clean sheet for 7 matches now. The last game we kept a clean sheet in was the Manchester United win at home 2-0. 7 games since then, and not 1 clean sheet. And we've still got the best defensive record in the league, but really, we need to step it up. We need to start keeping clean sheets again, because it'll build confidence for the last few games as well. If we can get a win and a clean sheet, the confidence will be soaring through us as we chase our dream of qualifying for the Champions League.